Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Diana and I am a bridal hair and makeup artist, and I thought for today's video we would do something a little bit more intense and dramatic. This is a bridal look, but it's definitely not for every single bride. It's very intense and daring, so if you really want to be bold on your wedding day, then this look is perfect for you. So the first step that we're going to do is define and clean up her eyebrows. And I want to go in with a very light hand. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Pomade in the color Taupe. I don't want her eyebrows to be too harsh, so I'm only going to define the bottom of her eyebrow, and I find that way it gives it a more soft bridal look. This is definitely dependent on the bride and the type of eyebrow that she would like, but typically this is what I like to do because it gives it a more natural, not so blocky look to the eyebrow. For her eyeshadow, I'm using the Natasha Denona Star Palette, and the first shade that I'm going to sweep all over her eyelid is going to be Flesh. This is just a really light transition color, and then I'm going to start to work the color Titania into the crease, and this is a slightly deeper color, and I'm just going to go back and forth to deepen that up. Now with a more precise brush, I'm going to take a dark chocolate brown color. This is in the color Earth. And I'm going to create almost like a wing, and then I'm going to really blend that out, and that's what's going to give us the shape that we want. You can also add tape if you want to be a little bit more precise, or if you don't really want to worry about the color going everywhere. And then I'm slowly just going to start building up that chocolate brown color, going back in, blending, adding a little bit more, blending some more. This look does take a little bit of time because you do have to go in slowly and blend because you don't, once you add a lot of color, it's pretty difficult to take it off. So I really just like to go in slowly with colors. Now I'm taking a black, and I believe this is from Urban Decay in Blackout. And I'm basically tracing exactly where I put that chocolate brown color, but just a little bit lower, and then whatever is left on my brush, I'm going to sweep it up into the crease, but I don't want to pass too high. Then to brighten the inner third of her eye, I just took a light pink shade and I dusted that all over her inner third. And then I took the Pretty Vulgar gel eyeliner and really thinly made a line across her lash line. I didn't want it to be too thick because we did smoke out the black, and I wanted that to be more of the center of attention. I didn't want like a really thick liner. I just wanted more of a blown out look. So that's what I'm doing right here. Then I'm applying that same gel liner to her waterline, and I feel that this way the eyeliner just lasts so much longer when you use a gel. Next, I went in and I cleaned any fallout that may have fallen on her face. This is why I really love doing the eyes first versus the foundation, because I get to just clean up any mess after. Now I'm taking a black eyeshadow and I'm basically just going to set that gel that we put down. And you'll see me kind of go in a couple different times to get the intensity that I wanted on the lower lash line. Really want it to be like a smoked out lash line. And now for her primer, I just wanted to moisturize her skin with the Pond's Dry Skin Cream. Really love this for brides. And this is another one of my staple products. This is from Becca Cosmetics, and it is the Shimmering Skin Perfector, and this is in Champagne Pop. Now for her foundation, I took the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I took two different shades. I took Tawny, and then I also took a little bit of Ivory Nude, and I mixed it in there just because I thought that Tawny was a little bit too dark for her. But everything else was just too light. So I went in with a brush and I just evenly distributed through her skin. And then I went in with a beauty blender, which is another one of my favorite ways to apply foundation, because I feel like it just gives it a more airbrushed look, and it's just a little bit more hydrating on the skin. It doesn't look too cakey. And I do take some time just blending this into the skin. I really want to make sure that it's perfect and that there's foundation in every little crevice. And now I am taking the Tarte Shape Tape. This is one of my favorite concealers of all time. This is in light medium honey, and I applied that to her under eyes. It just gives it such an awake and full coverage look. I really love this concealer, and you don't need to use a lot of it at all. Now we're going to cream contour. And this is such an important step if your client just really likes that contoured look or that Kim K look, which a lot of my brides ask for. They really want to look nice and defined and chiseled for their wedding day. This is the number one key. You have to cream contour because when there is flash photography, it usually goes right through the powder. So if you just contour with powder, it's not going to be as intense. So now, after I've applied all the cream, I want to make sure that the under eyes are set and that there's no creases. So I'm taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and first I tap it really gently with a brush, and then I add a little bit of baking. I try not to go in straight with the baking because I feel like it can lift the foundation up. Now, to even blend more that lower lash line, I'm going into my chocolate bar palette. This is my absolute favorite palette. You don't have to go into this one. You can just take a medium brown shade. This is milk chocolate, and just smudge that under the black. And now I'm removing all of that baking that we did, and I'm adding some of the Mario Badescu spray. This is the facial spray with aloe and chamomile. Oh, and lavender as well. And for her mascara, I only had to do her top lashes because she already had lash extensions. And I used the Lash Paradise. This is the waterproof version. Whenever you do bridal, I always suggest use waterproof, even if it's for the mother of the bride or anybody in the party. Waterproof is very important. Then I went in with my Kat Von D Shade Light palette, and I just set that contour that we had done previously to make sure that it's really nice and intense for those pictures. Now for blush, I didn't want anything too heavy, too strong. I feel like we had a lot going on with the eyes already. So I went in with the Balm. This is in Warm It Up. And then, to make sure that everything is really nice and melted into the skin, I took the Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist. And on her today, I'm using my favorite highlight for bridal, which is the Balm Mary Luminizer. I think this is just the perfect bridal highlight. It's so beautiful. It's definitely not for every single skin tone. It's for light to medium skin tones. You can always just add this to the highest points of the cheeks if it's too light for you or for your bride. But love the way that this looks. I also took a little bit and I added it to the inner corners. That's another one of my favorite tricks to do because it just kind of makes everything look cohesive instead of having like different color shimmers on the eyes. Now for her lip combo, I didn't want it to be too orangey or too pink, so I went in with the NYX Nude Beige Lip Liner, and this is more of a cool tone lip liner, so it'll add more of like a shadow to her lips. And then I went in for the MAC Viva Glam 2. This is one of my favorite bridal lipsticks. And then for the gloss, I used the Buxom Sugar Gloss. This is my favorite gloss ever. And here's her before and after. Absolutely love this look. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you like these kind of looks and videos, and I will talk to you very soon.